The dog waited 9 years for his owner at the train station. This is the real story of Hachiko. In 1923, a man named Kobayashi Hisao adopted a puppy. He was a young businessman who lived in Japan, and the dog became his constant companion. They would go everywhere together. The two were inseparable until one day when Kobayashi's health began to deteriorate. He had contracted tuberculosis and spent his last days in a sanatorium. On his deathbed, he told his wife, "I'll be leaving you and our puppy, Hachi, alone." At first, Hachi would bark and jump up and down when he saw the arriving train, but as the years went by, the dog's behavior changed. He became calmer and more subdued, still waiting patiently for the arrival of his master, even in the pouring rain or the sweltering heat. Please take good care of each other. And they did. Even though he had been a humble dog, he had shown the world what it meant to be loyal and loving. His story continues to inspire people today, more than 80 years later. For a while, Hachi would visit the sanatorium every day, but after some time, the dog stopped visiting. Thanks for watching. See you next time. One day, however, when Mrs. Kobayashi was out walking with Hachi, she noticed a crowd of people gathered at the train station. When they got closer, she saw a familiar figure standing in the middle of the crowd. It was Hachi the dog. He had somehow gotten loose and was standing patiently in the middle of the tracks. "Hachi," she called out, and the dog turned and barked excitedly and then ran towards her. Mrs. Kobayashi was shocked. She had no idea how he had gotten there or how he had been waiting for her husband all this time. Hachiko continued to wait at the train station for his owner until his death in 1938. He had been waiting for 9 years. From that day on, Mrs. Kobayashi started taking Hachi to the train station every morning. People began to notice Hachi and his unwavering loyalty. Soon, people from all over the country began to visit the train station just to see him. Some even went as far as to say that Hachi was a god of loyalty, and shrines and statues were built in his honor. In 1935, an author wrote a story about Hachi and his owner. It was a huge hit, and people were amazed by the dog's devotion. When Hachi died, he was given a proper burial, and people from all over the country came to pay their respects. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe for more content.